This entire cinematic sequence you just saw was created using AI, Kling 3.0. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create cinematic sequences just like this. It's March 2026 and AI video has been improving incredibly fast over the last couple of years, and Kling 3.0 has crossed a new line. Kling 3.0 can generate scenes with complex motion, maintain consistent characters, and create scenes that look like they belong in a film. All of the videos you've seen so far and that you're going to see in this video were made with a specific framework called the SCACA framework. And this framework basically lays out the best way to create a prompt structure for creating videos like this using Kling 3.0. In brief, every prompt follows scene, characters, action, camera, audio. As I teach you this method, keep in mind that you don't need to remember all of these exact details, as I've created a cinematic prompt GPT which you can use to create your own prompts following this same method. Make sure to get access to that in the link below this video in the pinned comment or in the description. The difference between AI video and cinematic AI is not just the tool, which in this case is Kling 3.0, but it's how you prompt it, it's the story.
Wow, what a beautiful day.
So the story is developing, and every scene, including that one, follows the same structure, which is scene, character, action, camera, audio. All of these cinematic sequences were built within the Dzine platform where I am right now. And we're going to start with the example of scene. The first thing you need to do is the S, set your scene. And if you come down to the bottom here for AI image, you click on the box and you can put in the scene. Here I put a modern kitchen, white quartz, soft window, light from the left. And I'm going to put 4K 16:9. Now that image is being generated up here on the right hand side, just behind where my head is on the screen. Now we have our scene in place. The next thing we want in the SCACA framework is the characters or character. And I'm creating a character which is a man with a charcoal suit with short dark hair. Where's the story going? You'll have to keep watching to find out. When you're writing prompts for your scene or for your characters, you can go into as much detail as you want to, and you can use JSON prompting and all sorts of prompting to get exactly how you want, or even an image reference of how a character might look. But one of the things that many people might have told you is that the shorter you leave your prompt, the more room you give for the AI to be creative and to create something that maybe you hadn't quite envisioned, maybe even better. For instance, the prompt I gave here for the scene was quite simple, but you can see it's actually a very beautiful scene. So at this point we have our scene and we have our character or characters, and we're going to go now into creating the action, the camera moves and the audio. And for this I'm going to take you into my cinematic Kling 3.0 prompt writer, which basically just helps to organize the prompt, describing for Kling 3.0 the scene, the character, the action, the camera and the audio. So this is the Kling 3.0 cinematic prompt writer, and in here I'm just going to upload the image. I'll put a link to this in the description for this video so you can use it. And I'm going to upload the image that we just created that has our character in the kitchen. Then I'm just going to talk to the prompt writer. I want you to use this image to create a cinematic scene of this guy just being very thoughtful. He picks up a cup of coffee from off the side, looks out the window, and draws us in as an audience to think what's going on. And then he looks out the window as if he sees something. And I want you to create appropriate sound effects for that. Create the right camera angles. I'd like you to start with this camera angle we have here. I want you to go to maybe a close-up of the coffee cup as it comes up as he takes a sip. And then a shot looking back at him through the kitchen window as he looks out the window, curiously wondering what's going on outside. So you can see that it's creating three different options here. Prompt variation 1 using scene, characters, action, camera, and it's explaining the camera shots here and the audio, and it creates different versions of this as well. We've got like cinematic intensity, and then we've got another one like cinematic style, natural. I think I'm going to go for the second one here that has more of a bit of intensity in it. So I'll just copy this whole prompt that I've written here with scene, characters, action. And of course, if you want to make a change, or there's something you don't like, you want some more action, or didn't quite catch what you were saying, you could just talk to the prompt writer again, and it will adjust the prompt to help you. Of course, you can write out these prompts yourself, but using a GPT like this really helps you to get the prompts out quickly and save you some time. Here we are now, and we're back in Dzine, and we've got a gentleman here in the kitchen. And next what we're going to do is bring this to life as a video. So you can go down to the chat box down the bottom here, and you can choose your input image, which is going to be the man here on the canvas. And in here we can choose our model, and they've got all of the models that you can choose from here. We're using Kling 3.0 here, and you've got a choice of multi-shot on, where you can write short little prompts like this and create them in little shots like this. Well, I prefer the method and found the method where you have multi-shot turned off, and then you just paste in the whole prompt. And so we have our whole prompt here, which was made within the Kling 3.0 cinematic GPT, and showing the scene, characters, action, camera shots, audio, and style using the SCACA method. And then here we have our framing options, which we're going to choose as you choose 16:9. It's already got it automatically because of the picture which has been chosen as a reference. But if it was just a text to video example, you'd be able to choose which aspect ratio you want, 1:1, 16:9, or 9:16. Choose the duration of the video clip here. We're going to slide that all the way up to 15 seconds. And then you can turn the sound on and off here, have the sound turned on, and then hit this button on the end to generate. As you can see, that clip looks like something that could be from a movie or high-end TV series. So the opening sequence that you saw at the beginning of this video was made with the same method. First I created the scene and the character, and then the prompts that were created were using the cinematic JSON prompt writer based on that same method of SCACA. And you can see here when I click within the video clip here, you've got scene, and then you've got characters, and then action. And then the camera moves down here, and then after that you'll have the audio further down in the prompt here too. Just as you saw with the ones we did just now, I created the images. I used NanoBanana to create those images. Here's the first image that we used, that was NanoBanana Pro, and it was just a simple prompt for creating that first image, and then after that for creating the videos from the images. The clips don't always come out fully how you want them to. Sometimes you'll get a perfect 15-second scene that comes out exactly how you want it. Other times you'll get small clips where there's issues or things that can't be fixed very easily. And maybe after you've generated 2 or 3 or 4 of these, you can cut them together. And that's what I did in the beginning sequence of this video. I cut together a few different options to create that opening scene. So when you combine this SCACA method where you think about the scene, the character, the action, the cameras, and the audio, you can create these prompts for Kling 3.0 that work really well, that help you to tell your story and help you to really think about what's happening in each scene. If you'd like to try this for yourself, make sure to check out Dzine. There's a link in the description below, and subscribe to this channel for more tutorials like this, and I'll see you in a future video.